going back on the kid thing there, if that kid gets hit by that, they're dead. They're going straight underneath that car. They are not coming right back up. They're not going on top of the car. They're going straight underneath that car. There's no way the kid's going to be safe when they get hit. Much less, like I said, they're not going to get seen. Now compare this to a truck like this. This is a modified example of a truck from the 70s. And even so, that gentleman is taller than the cabin of the truck. Now the camper shell back there is an add-on, but that's not going to be affected by the visibility of what people can see in the front of the truck. So while new cars do have some safety standards, they're not going to do anything if you can't see anything. So I think that making the cars look more like this will be better for making the world better when it comes to it. Because people will be able to see what they're doing, they'll be able to see the people. And well, this is also a GMC. This is 2020, this is 1970. This is 50 years ago. And yet, I'd trust the truck from the 70s, but I don't trust the car from 2020. 2020 was 5 years ago. So that doesn't speak volumes about how the safety has improved that much. So, I think a good solution to this would be making cars have stricter regulations, kind of depending on the vehicle, stricter bans on parts you can buy. You can still be able to get parts for any vehicle if you wanted it, but not to the extent of what we have today where you can get like a 10-inch lift on a truck. That's insane. That can kill somebody. So, much like in the 70s, regulation on the vehicles. Like I said, they had hot rods back then, but they don't have like the lifted trucks like we have today. Those lifted trucks are outrageous with how they work. I mean, and SUVs and everything's outrageous. Back then, it wasn't as bad. So, I'd say keep the bills where all the safety standards are still in the cars, but don't have the cars be so big. If the average height from the 70s of a car was 3 feet 8 inches, and the height of one today is 5.5 feet on average, there's something wrong with how we're making our vehicles. So this would help make it to where none of that's happening. Instead, it brings them right back down to where everyone can still see everybody when you're driving, and you still got some safety standards. And if you're driving a big old vehicle like that, and you hit somebody, they're gone. That person's in critical condition, and you're sitting in your truck. It's more dangerous to drive one of those things than it is to have a smaller car. If everyone has small cars, then it'll be okay. If everyone with big cars, it's not going to be very good at all. So this way, prevent any of that from happening. Just get rid of the middleman at all, make them all compact or medium-sized cars. The SUVs are insane. Or at least, if you have them, make them like the truck, like the GMC from the 70s we saw. It's still a truck, but it's not overkill. That gentleman was taller than it, so it's still not overkill. So this vehicle right here, I believe, is a worse vehicle than this vehicle right here. So, in conclusion, I would like to say that cars should be more like this in the end and have better standards for safety instead of just making them what people want. Because while people do want good vehicles, we also want the safety of the people in mind. So having them from the height of the 70s will help make the cars a lot better than what they are today. Because they're still good vehicles from today. There are certainly still good vehicles. But the average height is 5.5 feet. That's not good. That's how accidents happen, how people die. So my sources from this, for that image of the Chevy, from the GMC from the 70s, is from 62 to 72 ChevyTrucks.com. I got some of my information as well from Spacewise.com. And I've also just learned about this stuff my entire life, so I have at least a little bit of knowledge on it as well. Thank you very much.